About 4 days have passed. Not even a new line, just a line chapter separator. And it's not a chapter somehow. How are we halfway through this? How is this one chapter? Fuck it. We're going back to Skin Row Soul. I miss my little boy. My boy! About 4 days have passed and I still have no word from Stella. I texted her the last at least 5 times and tried calling her, but she never answered. Hey Stella, you been holding up? Wednesday, 1:43 p.m. Thursday, 7:36 p.m. Image attached. So this is me watching one of the shows you recommended. Thought you'd like it. Friday, 4:38 p.m. Hey, I sure things are okay. I'm gonna worry about you. Friday, 9:51 p.m. Hey, Stella, are you there? Saturday, 11:04 a.m. Please, Enzo. Hello, 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 Stella. Hello. Please, Stella. Hello. I would ask her parents, even if I had. I would ask her parents if I even had that number. They seem like nice enough people. I would also have tried Rosa, but if she didn't probably hate me right now, so I only really had one choice left. Go to a house and check up on him myself. Alright, kids, we're here. Good. Oh, we're doing the taxi. Bringing the taxi man back? Alright, kid, we're here. The eccentric voice of a man calls out from the front seats. Guess the taxi ride is shorter than I thought it would be. I haven't used a taxi since going to prom. Typically, I would try to conserve my government money as much as I could, but I'm too worried about Stella to give a shit. Thanks, how much do I owe you? I inquire as I reach to grab my wallet, my hand feeling torn, glued together wrap of leather in my pocket. How the fuck is it actual leather? You got pleather, man. You probably got a plastic piece of shit. I don't worry about it. This one's on me. He's turned to give me a suave smile. Glad to at least someone stayed the same. But thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I mean, he probably does it because you're such a well-mannered, polite little boy. I wish him goodbye and grab my crutches as I carefully shuffle myself out of the car. Why did you have to shuffle? Wouldn't you sit on the same side you got in, which would be like the obvious side of the road? Like, wouldn't you get in on the right and exit on the right? That's how cars work. Why did he go across the road at some point during this trip like that? Seconds after I closed... I mean, I guess it would be if he tried to put you off on a certain side of the road. I guess that makes sense. Seconds after I closed the sedan door, a blur of yellow flashes as the car zooms out of the neighborhood, potentially breaking several driving laws. That's a really weird way of describing this. Please rework that. Ignoring the overwhelming scent of burned rubber, I'm left standing in front of Stella's house. Because really what happens, seconds after I close the door, it flashes away in a blur of yellow, potentially breaking several laws. Driving laws is also super awkward. Are you French? Is this guy like native French? Because this is weird, right? Like, they're not driving laws, they're traffic laws. Ignoring the overwhelming scent of burnt... It's like wheels for like 2 meters, man. I'm left standing in front of Stella's house, gazing at the impressive piece of architecture with a well-maintained garden and a hairdresser. Jesus Christ, you were not gazing at anything if you're going to describe that much of it. Her parents being home will make this a lot easier. I've come so far, I dread it all, but in the end, doesn't even matter. What if Stella and her parents don't want me to come here? My legs become heavier with each footstep until it comes to an abrupt stop. I couldn't do anything to help her. Oh, wait. My eyes snapped to Nasser. The Revenant crumpled against the garage door, sporting a look of despair in his eyes, rather than that of sadism. For all these years, I just saw my sister suffer. I couldn't do anything. Not how much I tried to help until... His face was buried in his hands. I know where this is going. I left the Phantom to his own thoughts as I walked towards the door. Building a lot more intimidating than I thought it would. Why do you call it a wooden structure? Just call it a fucking building, man. I pressed the door on the side of the doorframe with my free hand. Why are you over-describing how a doorbell works? As a muffled jingle plays throughout the household, followed by the rapid cacophony of sounds that set me off guard from it. Woof, 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 woof. A loud growl. A shrill voice calls out as the sound of rapid and frantic footsteps begins to close in. I can make out a feminine voice speaking in muffled, annoyed French, which keeps the excited Mibibli quiet. That must be Stella's mom. Oh, anon right. Bonjour. Welcome in. Please come in. The matriarch of the Baudelaire family. I mean, it's just the mom, man. Greets me, inviting me inside as the grinning Samoyed began prancing around her owner. Excited by the prospect of having a guest over, I guess. Thank you, ma'am. I choke out as I carefully step through the doorframe. Still kind of back by her hospitality. I just wanted to come by and see if Stella was okay. Been worried about it for the last couple of days. Muddle out a defeated Cyanic in their attempts to get through the cell have been going about as well as my own. I am afraid that Stella is still quite upset with us. I need to find a... Oh, I'm afraid that Stella is still quite upset with us. She has been refusing to leave her room, and she has been avoiding her father, and died a few times she has come out. However, I can still hear her cry from her room. And every time we try to comfort her, she shuts down. So I'm not the only one. I wonder if she talked but to Rosa, any chance? No. Rosa told us that her attempts to get in touch failed too. Tomo. Hold on. You've been able to talk with... Oh, hold on. Have you been able to talk to Stella over the telephone? What is that? Man, that's a lot of fancy apostrophes there, buddy.
Téléphone.
Téléphone. Ugh, my neck. Man, I'm glad Inktober is over. That was a big pain in the ass. But I did it! And this time it wasn't a huge issue. That was me phoning it in. Yes, that's why I came all this way out of the blue unannounced, because I spoke with her. No, I'm afraid she hasn't answered any of my texts either. Sir came over. I was worried something was wrong. I answered truthfully, waiting for Stella's mom to look at me in scorn, and he said, I like how you're still convinced this is going to go wrong. That is very sweet of you, mon chéri. Mon cher. Also, wouldn't it be ma chérie? Because if she was talking about Stella, because like I know that French have like there's a lot of weird gendering going on with grammar, which is why I wanted to ask if you have been able to talk to her. She, you seem to be the only one she has not been angry with. She's not angry with me after my stupid decisions. Confusion and relief take over. She in her room right now? Oui. Why don't you take Ghibli up? Why don't you take Ghibli upstairs and knock on the door? I'm sure she'll let you in. She wants me to go into her daughter's room. A daughter that I like alone. God, the French really are sluts. Huh? Stop being retarded. Now's not the time. Yeah, I could do that. Honest, listen. We need to stop the music. And you cannot say retard in this household. I know that you mumble, but her parents already know that's the bad word. You can't say that around them. That's how you piss them off, Anon. Her daughter is called that on the regular. You can't walk into a black man's house and start throwing around the N-word, my man! What did you think was gonna happen? Holy! Room is the first door on the right. I'm supposed to be thanking you. I'll try to talk to her. The staggered in French. Before I could react, she eagerly ran up the stairs. I proceeded to the top. Began panting in my direction. That's because Samoyeds are too fucking warm for this weather. How are they able to teach a dog to follow instructions as precise as that? The same way you were taught instructions. Anon. Okay, let's see. Monsieur just been dying if you need me. Cognitive R. Oh yeah, I forgot. Anna's got crutches. He probably has difficulty with stairs. Like at his home in Skin Row, I think he has an elevator, so that's not a huge issue. But hey, would he though? I don't think like illegal. Who knows? Just like hopscotch. Except you fuck up your leg some more and get set back 6 months in recovery. How many months do you have? So my first make it to the top. The smiling Samuel stood up before making her way over to the closed door, guiding me to Stella's room. There's too many women in this house, man. It's a clam fest in here. Why couldn't the dog be a dude? Like this fucking franchise needs more. We need more men. That's what I'm saying. Where are all the men? I was off to the door. My heart begins to sink each step. Why is this so hard? Why can't any of the men be conventionally attractive? They're all losers in some way. Ugh. What's a man got to do to get a boy to kiss around here? Mom says she's not bad at you, but if that changed, or if she just assumed it wasn't mad at me, what she really is. All right, Anon. Inhale. Deep breaths. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. I can do this. I raise my hand, which feels as if a bag of rocks is weighing it down. My knuckles lightly collide against the door. alone. I don't want to talk to you. Okay. So this doesn't make sense, and I'm gonna explain why in a second. I want to vomit first because my stomach is being not related to this. It's just something turning into a knot. Ooh. So Stella is at home, and her parents and her speak French, and they talk French to each other in private. Why the fuck would she think this was like the best I can imagine is she thinks it's Rosa. That's the best case scenario. Right? Best case scenario, she noticed the door was open and she thinks it's Stella. She thinks it's Rosa. Otherwise, she talked English to her parents when she really shouldn't because she talks French to her. Like, it makes way more sense if she says this in French, just to like remind everyone that she you fucked it up, man. Easy points. This would have been nothing but net if you just didn't fuck it up. Sorry, I'll... And Anna... Muffled voice cut me off, followed by shuffling and rapid footsteps. The door flings open. Hold up, I need Oh no. Oh no 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 no. One moment. You know, I'm looking back at that Fang redesign, which is like the redesign, and I don't think it works because putting too many human elements on an over-stylized design is just like, that's so fucking brain dead, and you're also fucking it up. Hold up, I need to find this. There we go. Okay, problem solved. Alright. Door flings open, there she is. Muffled tone, you don't have to apologize. That are warm. Thing with the last couple of days. I can't game over, see if you're okay. You're so sweet, Anon. We should make out now. Okay, I just saw a line that makes me go, I need a minute. Okay, I'm gonna take a brief pause. I'm gonna go splash some cold water over my face, then some boiling water over my face, then some cold water again. And maybe at that point the pain will be so bad that I won't complain as loudly. I just gotta try something out. So, how am I supposed to take this man seriously, right? This man has been... Someone has tried to murder this man 3 separate times. Thrice an attempt on this man's life has been made. He has been talking to women quite a bit since he showed up in Volcaldera first. He almost kissed her last night, the day before. He had sex with Fang, almost certainly. Or at the very least, an intimate relation. Or at least intimate contact. He's been in Fang's room. And somehow, he still finds the time and the space. I'm just kind of wondering what goes through your head that you make mistakes like these. Like, this works in the original game because the moments aren't too serious, and now we're like in big serious mode, and you're oh no, she has PTSD and she has Asperger's, and her parents are trying their best to deal with the situation, and it's terrible. But we have time for Anon being. I think bad out. Like, you know how Ghost in the Snoot is kind of earning the kind of points it needs for me to go, man, Ghost in the Snoot would really have to shit the bed with some massive ass diarrhea for me to say that it's anything less than a 6. Because it's landing those blows, man. It's landing those combos. Bad Apple is successfully dismantling its own efforts in a way that I consider quite beautiful. Very, very deliciously amateur. I think that after reading this much fucking amateur hour bullshit, one of them would get it right just out of sheer chance. Stella Emma Bibley. Careful, you'll sit on that dog if you don't watch out. Packy Station 5. How the fuck was I able to find? Last time I checked, they were sorted everywhere. Settled out of the space in the bed next to her, asking me to join her. She lamented to prepare herself for what she was about to say. On myself, so I was on the crutches. So much shit my parents said the other day. You need to know. Told me how you grew up struggling with Asperger's. Somebody almost died during the shooting. So think about a friend of yours, besides also Christian or Sage. Yes, Sage. Talking about Sage. I had one of my best friends growing up. Was. So he's dead. So people bully me, call me names like an anime. Showed me kindness. She was a adventurous guy and a great sense of humor. Listen, man, this is after people should have well known that. I mean, to be fair, all I'm saying is that like the authors of Snoot Game are like, don't do any gender or sexuality fuckery. I'm just saying that maybe we should extend the same courtesy to Sage. I'm just saying maybe not be hypocrites about it at the minimum. I'm not going to argue about it because anyone who's going to argue that is trying to be a little shit, and I waggle my finger at that. I'm not annoyed. I'm just disappointed you think I'd go for the low hanging fruit. My man, I know foxes piss on the low hanging berries. I'm not eating piss covered berries. Ugh. God, someone told me that, and I've never been the same. And then I remember it doesn't even have to be foxes. Someone's dog could have pissed on those berries, man. Don't take the low hanging fruit. There's piss on them. And just got a great sense of humor. Every weekend we would always on the outside watch anime, blah 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 blah. Precure. That name comes up a lot. I still don't know what the fuck it is. Tokyo Mew Mew. And every time we watched. And a couple of months ago, school just started. Now we talked about herself, but showed they became prom queen, etc., etc. And then Fang Shutter. Okay, so I thought we had this already established, but maybe I'm thinking of the other one. I guess it's the other one. I thought it was like Stella was inside and hiding in a little room. Her brother came up to try and stop her, but she shot her own brother. What did Sage do? Like Sage doesn't seem like the kind of person to run into the violence. Points the gun and almost killed me. Okay, so this version of Stella Safi, I should probably take notes at this point at this rate because I'm gonna get mixed up. This version, Stella got shot, almost shot. And to stop people from loving her, but she tried to murder me because she did. Because if Ghost in the Snoot is anything to go by, it's fairly likely that whatever state Fang is in, not thinking straight at all. Fang almost killed Stella. Why? She did nothing wrong. I don't know, Anon. There are more victims than these two. Heartbroken girl. Fuck. She let me go. I'm gonna run out of the classroom, but I'm staying behind. I'm gonna leave the teacher's desk. I don't remember how long I'm gonna stay there. But I remember the ambulance dragging me out of there. Not the paramedics drag you out. The ambulance is the vehicle. This is like saying, oh, it's Frankenstein's monster. Yes, it is Frankenstein's monster. But in a way, Frankenstein is the monster. Because the doctor is like, whatever, man. Media literacy is not a strength in these fics. My hand meet hers. Try to look for Sage, see what happens from answering any of my messages or any of my calls. and learn from her parents. Oh! What? Oh, no, 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 wait. I'm misreading this. So Naomi showed up. So Naomi got shot. So the door went open. Fang shot Naomi. Then Nasser. Fang hesitated on Stella and then went away. And then Sage committed suicide. Huh. Considering we never see Sage, who the hell did Sage know that this was such a burden? I feel like a lot of you had this pretty on lock. I mean, it's on lockdown in terms of like decent friend group to keep it together. Dog does not understand, but it does know sadness. It's a good dog. Hold up. God damn it. Why is everyone I know so damn horny? Sapphire, you can't just say that on a live stream. I can say what I want. Yeah. So Sage did the suicide. Maybe Sage saw too much, and that's what did him in. I like how we're in the last 20%, and that's when you drop this fucking bombshell. Great timing. This is a perfect last 10% of the scene moment, you know? I mean, for a cliffhanger, it's another matter, but it's not a cliffhanger. It's not even a cliffhanger. Instead of a kindred spirit to be. Yeah, because just like Fang, a friend of yours killed themselves. Fang committed suicide too, and your friends. Jesus Christ. Ooh, man. I did to go to the last person to go for that kind of hell. Thank you, Anna. That means more than you know. Should have been better. Sorry, Stella. I told you that if I gave you a kid, imagine if fate has been any kinder to you growing up. The day with the projector, I saw how much it hurt you. The way that you. What the fuck does that mean? She was trying to cheer you up, man. I don't like how much this Anon is muttering. I don't like that he just seems to be muttering every line. When in the game, it's implied that he mutters like a couple of lines every once in a while, but it's not like a stream of thought bleeding out on the floor. The man has no spaghetti protocols. Like he talks about spaghetti protocols, but here he is just saying everything that comes to mind loudly for everyone to hear. The solution to the fact that Stella's super sad about everyone killing themselves, and me sad about people killing themselves, is if I kill myself. What a brilliant move, Anon! Real fucking genius here. If they're gonna kiss right now, all I can say is like this is exactly the kind of kiss that Fang gave Anon when she came back, right? I don't think these people can give a good consensual fun kiss. It's gonna be a stupid kiss of like we're all both fucked up and shit sucks, and French people are sluts, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, he's talking about his hallucinations, which honestly, those hallucinations have really taken a backseat, which is fair enough. They mostly seem to manifest because no one was around to break things up, because the boredom was getting to him. The world will be a darker place without you to kiss. I like how she can hug you and she can put her face in your chest, and it's like entering her room that makes your alarms go off. Like, what is wrong with you, man? I love you. Anon, there's nothing more romantic, Anon. There is nothing more romantic in the world than telling you about how my friend killed herself after a traumatic event where I was almost shot and killed by a rampaging lunatic after watching her shoot her own brother and also someone I knew. I saw two people die in front of myself. I saw someone who was about to kill themselves and me. Then my best friend killed themselves. Now is the time to confess that I love you after you say you wanted to kill yourself too. How is this romantic? How is any of this positively received? Shouldn't Anon be like, everyone that loves me dies? Jesus fucking Christ. Timing, please. I love you too, Stella. Here's a gun. Now go shoot up a school. Ugh. What a shit chapter. You know what? You know what? I'm not giving it any further dignities. There will be no further comments. There will be no further fucking questions. I'm done. Fuck you. See you for chapter 6.